Sorry to bother you during work. Do you have a minute? I wanted to ask you something. It'll be quick.
What is it? It better be important. Is it going to be one of your stupid questions again?
It's your mom's birthday next week, right? I was checking the calendar and I made sure to have it marked. I'm heading to the mall right now to look around there and see what I can find, but… What do you think she'd like as a present? I figured we can get her something from the both of us. Like a joint present. What have you gotten her before?
This is what you messaged me for. Decide on your own. Don't ask me about this. I'm at work. I've never given my mom a present before. She always says she doesn't want one from me. You always waste my time asking me stupid questions like that. I really don't have time to chat with you, Amanda. I should make it so you can only message me for emergency purposes.
I see. But, your mom is very opinionated, so… I was just curious. It's hard to grasp her preferences and things. She tends to be on the picky side when it comes to food, too. Last time when we all ate out, she picked out all of the carrots and peas off her plate. She wasn't very happy about last year's present, too, right?
Don't worry about stuff like that. There's no point. Just send her anything and she won't complain about it.
But if I'm giving someone a present, I'd want them to like it. Wouldn't you, Jacob? It would mean so much to me to see her face light up with joy.
Then why don't you just ask her what she wants directly? Call her, text her, or something.
When I asked her before, she said that she's fine with anything I get her. But I also don't want to risk having her not like it again. So I just want to make sure this time. I figured it would be best to ask you on what you think. I just want to know what your mom likes. Like, what kind of present she'd be most satisfied with. I was thinking maybe something small. Nothing too over the top. If it's too big and if she happens to not like it, then it'll just trouble her since she'll have to find a way to get rid of it. Like a scarf or maybe a glasses case? She wears glasses at night, right? What do you think, Jacob?
Just choose either of the two. I really don't care.
Do you know what colors your mom likes? I wonder if she'd prefer dark or brighter shades.
No, I don't know what color she likes, Amanda.
I feel like she wears a lot of bright colors whenever I see her. It's never dull colors. Maybe she prefers something bright and bold? Something that'll make her stand out.
I told you I don't know. It's not like I look at what my mom wears or carries around with her. I'm fine with whatever you end up choosing.
Got it. I won't be buying anything just yet, though. I'll be browsing for now. I hope I'll find something. The mall has so many different types of stores, so I'll stay optimistic. If you look around and see anything, just let me know.
Okay. But never mind all that. Just make sure you buy those t-shirts I asked you to get. You remember, right? I don't have enough of them right now. I need more. It's been a week since I've asked you to get them.
Yes, of course. I'll get them for you. I remember. You wanted 2 of them, right?
I said 3, Amanda. 3!
Oh, right. 3.
You really are a ditz, aren't you? You're so forgetful. This has happened before. You should learn to remember things after being told one time. Maybe writing a memo next time would help.
Sorry. It won't happen again.
You're my wife. Do you understand what that means? You respect who I am as a man. Why don't you work on making things perfect around you first? Then you can go about being concerned for others like this whole thing about my mom's present. What do you think housewives are meant to do?
I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can.
If you're satisfied with yourself right now, then you're taking this whole housewife thing too lightly. You still put veggies in our food, which I told you many times already that I absolutely despise veggies. I don't want to see them in my food. And the other day, you didn't even wake up on time. You slept in. How is that being a proper housewife?
I'm sorry about the veggies. I figured you could use more green in your diet. All that meat isn't good for your health.
You don't have to do such unnecessary things.
But the reason I slept in was because I was sick. There was nothing I could do about that, right?
Managing your own health is part of your job. Because of you, I didn't have breakfast that day. Did you expect me to cook my own? I had to go to work on an empty stomach. Why did you get sick in the first place? It's not like you've got a tough job or anything. You're a housewife, for crying out loud.
It's not like I want to get sick.
It's because you aren't taking care of yourself to begin with. That's why you got sick. If you're going to feed me vegetables, then why don't you make sure you don't get sick first? Then you can start talking about my health.
Okay, I'll be more careful.
Things can't stay this way. There's only so much I can take care of for you. Hurry up and get better at being a housewife.
Jacob, are you not coming home? The food will get cold. You've been gone for over an hour now, and you left so suddenly. Irene made dinner for you like you wanted. I hope it's to your liking now.
It's too late. I'm already eating out right now. I'm at a restaurant I've always wanted to try out.
What? But you told me to remake the food.
You took too long, so I went out to find somewhere to eat. Dinner should have been perfect to eat in the first place. I came home hungry. I expected to be able to eat. And you end up serving me that inedible food? How was I supposed to eat that? This is all your fault. You know that. You should be skilled at cooking by now.
I followed the recipe, though. I made sure to get all the measurements perfect, too. And it was the dish you said you wanted me to make. I made it for you.
Well, none of that matters if it's not even good enough to eat. Am I right? I think you just don't have the ability to cook to begin with. You weren't meant to cook. You don't have a refined palate like I do.
I'm sorry. I'll make the food I remade for you as tomorrow's breakfast. I think it'll work just fine as a morning meal.
Excuse me? You can't be serious. I didn't know you were a comedian now. You're saying you're going to make me eat something you cooked in a hurry the day before? You've got to be kidding me. Were you paying attention to what I just said? That's repulsive.
But it'll be a waste of food if I just threw it away. There were a lot of ingredients in that dish, and it took a lot of time.
Then you eat it. You eat it all if you think it's a waste, because I'm not going to. If you give me that to eat tomorrow as leftovers, I swear I'm going to be so pissed off. Don't make me angry.
Don't you think you're being a little ridiculous? You're being so mean. I feel like ever since we got married, you've been very hurtful with your words. It really gets me down.
It's your fault that you do things that piss me off. Don't put this on me and make me the instigator. This is all on you. I'm not the bad guy here.
I just don't think this is something to be so angry about. I don't understand. I can't believe you would throw away something I made just for you. And then, you go out to eat without saying anything? I remade it so quickly so you can eat. I knew you were hungry. And even then, you had me waiting for you.
I'm sick and tired of your nasty cooking. I can't eat it. I'm going to starve if you keep cooking like this. I've told you before to fix it and get better at it, but nothing changed. Now I'm just showing you instead of telling you about how fed up I am. Obviously, you have a hard time listening to the words coming from my mouth. Next time, try tasting the food before you give it to me. That might help, you know. It was extremely tasteless.
But I do taste it. Many times too while I'm cooking, just to make sure.
Then it's like I said. Your palate is off to begin with. You can't taste flavor. I have an idea. Why don't you get that checked out by a doctor? They might be able to help you get your taste buds back.
You complimented my cooking before, though. You said it was great.
I was only lying because I felt bad. Plus, that was before we got married. This is well after. It must be nice to have such a thick head and be happy about it. I married you and made you a housewife. You've got an easy life. The dream life. Shouldn't I be allowed to expect perfection from you? You should be the perfect housewife to me. Who do you think puts food on the table for us? I do, Amanda. It's all me. I work hard in the real world. And what do? You can't even do one simple task like cook an edible dinner. You're just a useless unemployed person who mopes around in the house doing absolutely nothing in their life.
You don't have to say it like that. I know that you work hard for us, and I'm grateful for that. I really am. But I do the housework too.
Yeah, and I'm saying that it's lacking. You're not taking care of the house like I expect you to. You know, I've been thinking lately. Is there any good reason to be with you? Like, what am I gaining by being with you?
What?
You're a housewife who can't do one thing right, and you're terrible at keeping the house in shape. And on top of that, you make me angry and you stress me out 24/7. Tell me, what value do you even hold?
I don't know how to answer that. You didn't marry me over something like my value, did you?
Something like that can be said before marriage, not after. Marriage is about working together as a couple. It's about cooperation. I'm not seeing any cooperation from you. I work hard every day to earn money. And what do? Watch Netflix and start doing housework 10 minutes before I come home so it looks like you're busy.
That's not what I do.
But you do. That's why your housework is not good enough. It never changes no matter how many times I tell you.
So you're saying that there's no reason for you to be with me? That you'd be fine without me?
Yeah, that's right. To be honest, if this keeps up, there really is no reason to be together. I'm losing more than gaining by being with you. This is the same as giving food for free to a jobless person. Why should I waste my effort on someone like that? It's the same as throwing away my hard-earned money down the drain.
I see. I didn't know you felt that way.
If you want to stay with me, then you need to make the effort. Work harder. This is your fault, you know that? I'm usually a calm person, but you've pushed my limit. I'm never this angry.
I'm at fault?
Yeah, you are. You still don't understand after all I've said? How many times do I need to repeat myself? You know, I think your intelligence is far lower than the average person. You really lack in understanding. Like, seriously.
I think you're taking it too far, Jacob.
You won't understand unless I tell you. This is why I'm saying these things. Listen, scolding someone and correcting them takes a lot of energy and willpower. Use this as an opportunity to think about what you've done and work on it. You should be grateful that you have someone to point these things out to you. You're so lucky to have someone like me who's willing to take the time out of their day to say stuff like this. Thank me, because I'm correcting your mistakes for you.
I understand. I understand perfectly about how you feel now, Jacob.
Then can you work on getting better from now on? It's only a matter of time until I throw you away and leave you. So, you're still not coming home? I didn't know you had such a bad temper. Didn't think you'd run out just because of a little scolding. What you're doing is the same as a young thug rebelling against their parents. It's called a temper tantrum. You're grown up. What are you even doing? Aren't you embarrassed at how you're acting about all this?
You can think whatever you want. I don't care anymore. I'm done. I'm going home.
Then what?
What do you mean?
How long are you planning to not come home? Give me a break, Amanda. This is so beyond idiotic. Leaving home with all the housework left untouched. Who the hell do you think you are? It'll be for your sake to head back here while I'm still talking to you so nicely and allowing you to come back home.
What? You said yourself that you're better off without me. You said that there's nothing good from being with me and having me there with you. So now you're telling me that you want me back?
Stop trying to flip things on me.
You said that you didn't need me. I was no use to you, right, Jacob? This should be no inconvenience to you at all.
Are you serious? You're lacking at being a housewife. That's why I got angry and told you what needs to be done. I told you how you can improve. You think you can put yourself on some pedestal and think you're all high and mighty to be able to leave me here? So, you're just going to run away.
You can think I ran away all you want. After all that you said, I realized I can't continue to be with you, Jacob.
Then what are you planning to do now? Huh? What can you possibly do without my support?
I'll go back to working as I did before and earn a living.
You still believe you can work? You think you can maintain a job being like that? There's no company out there who'd hire someone like you who can't even be a good housewife. You've completely lost it. You have no clue how the world works. No clue at all.
I'm going to take whatever job I can find. I'll do it, and I'll do it well. You can think that I'll fail. I don't care, because I know I'll be okay. So there's no need to worry about me. I appreciate the concern. Plus, I know now that whatever job may come my way, no matter how difficult and tough it may end up being, there's nothing worse than continuing to live with you. Life like that is not a life.
You're saying a life where you lay around the house and attempt housework is a bad life? You're so spoiled. You must think you're so special.
I was getting hurt by all the things you said to me daily. Every day I felt worse and worse about myself. But I tried to hide that pain by smiling and nodding to just show I agreed with what you were saying. But I can't do that anymore. I was at my limit. I can't hide anymore.
I'm the one who's at his limit. I'm about to lose it. Enough with the complaining and drama. Just come home.
No, I'm not going back. Ever.
I'm allowing you to come back home even after all this. Come back now while you still can and apologize to me. I'll accept it. If you come home today, I'll forget about all this. It'll be like nothing happened. If you're going to keep this up and not come back, you're going to regret it. Hey, I got divorce papers in the mail. What does this mean? I don't understand. What's going on?
Oh, did you get them? I was wondering when they'd arrive. Can you sign it and send it back in the return envelope? You won't need a stamp, so you can just put it in our mailbox. The papers with the calculations for the distribution of property are included in there too, so if you can check those, that would be great. If you see any issues, we can discuss once we decide on a date and time that works best for us. But other than that, it should be self-explanatory.
You say divorce, but it's just not registering in my head. You're going to end things with me. I don't understand, Amanda. What is all this?
Yeah, I am. Why do you seem so surprised by this? Wasn't it obvious?
Of course I am. I thought this was just something temporary and you'd come back home.
But you were the one who told me you didn't need me, weren't you? You said you'd gain nothing by being with me. Why would it be a bad thing to divorce? It wouldn't trouble you, right? If anything, it would benefit you, right?
Getting a divorce isn't just troubling for the couple. It affects families too. Our moms will be shocked. What do we say to them?
But there's no other choice. My mom already knows about the situation and she's been supportive this whole time. And I'm sure your mom would be grateful not to have me as her daughter-in-law anymore. Neither of us want to be together. Why should we force ourselves to stay together? What's the point?
But still, a divorce? It's so sudden, don't you think?
What do you mean? You want to discuss about the divorce?
Yeah, of course I do. It shouldn't be decided on your own. You should listen to my side too. We're a married couple. We need to talk about it. Think it over.
So you're saying you still want to live with me and be together? Even though you complained so much?
I got angry at you because I wanted you to do better. I was telling you those things for your sake. I believed that you could be better. I didn't say it because I wanted to be mean or anything. It was all just advice. For your own good.
You yelled at me and constantly nitpicked everything I did. You complained every single day. It was advice when you threw away my cooking? Oh, so that was advice, huh? Who would have thought that? I completely thought you did it to make me feel pain.
I wouldn't do that to you. I never want to cause you pain. It was all for you. I was thinking about you, Amanda.
Sorry, even though you say it was for my sake. I can't forgive you for everything you said and did to me. We can talk about the divorce, but my thoughts and decisions aren't changing, okay?
Why don't you just come back and we can talk? Come on. I think we're just not on the same page right now. It's all a misunderstanding. We just need to talk in person.
If you insist, then we can talk. But I don't want to talk to you alone.
Why is that? Why not alone?
I'm scared you'll start yelling at me again and get angry like you always do. You'll bring the conclusion that it's my fault again and force all the blame on me. I don't want to talk to someone like that alone. If you want to talk, then let's talk at my lawyer's office. We can meet there. I'll make an appointment, so just let me know what date and time.
I won't yell or get angry. I promise. Please, let's just talk together and keep calm. Okay?
You've never been calm. Not even once. How do you expect me to believe you when you say that? And if I did go back by myself, this time I don't know what else you'd do to me. I don't want to risk anything.
I promise I won't do anything. I'll listen to you and we can just talk it out. So please just come back home. I'll be waiting, okay? I need you here, Amanda. I need you here with me.
Wow, you're nuts. You were the one who said you had no use for me.
To be honest, I've been completely lost every day without you. You're not there to wake me up in the morning and there's no food ready to eat. The suits I wear to work haven't been taken to the dry cleaners. And I haven't put my t-shirts in the laundry, so I buy brand new ones every day. I kept ordering delivery for food, but the trash was piling up. Now I just eat out every day. The house is a mess and I can't seem to relax and rest at all when I get back home from work.
Go to the cleaners yourself. Do the laundry yourself and make your own food. You can learn how to cook. If you can't wake up in the morning, then put on an alarm clock.
I'm so busy with work. I can't. I don't have the time.
Listen, working people who live alone handle all that stuff themselves too. Even if you can't do everything right now, once you try little by little, you'll get used to it.
I can't start doing housework myself now. I don't know how. My mom did everything for me, and after I married you, you did it all for me. Now I'm alone. Come on, Amanda. Please, I beg you. Come back to me. Over these past few weeks, I've come to realize how much you've been doing for me. So please, come back home.
I'm tired of this. You give up after just a few weeks? After all the complaining you did about the way I was doing things? Why don't you do the perfect housework like you mentioned? Maybe you can be the perfect housewife you wished me to be.
I told you. I'm too busy working, so it's impossible. I can't do that all by myself.
Then why not hire a maid to do the work for you? A maid will do a much better job than me. There will be less to complain about. All you need is someone to do the housework, right? Someone who will just do all the dirty work for you.
No, that's not it. You always kept me and my health in mind when you cooked. I'm not looking for someone who can do the housework for me. I need to live with someone who feels love for me.
I'm sorry, Jacob, but I didn't feel any love from you. I even forgot how you were before we got married. You just changed so much. Even then, with all the changes, I was grateful for you working, so I did my best. But every day you'd put me down, and if something I did made you angry, then you'd never forget it, and you never let me forget it either. You never listened to what I had to say, and on top of that, you told me I'm useless. I realized that I couldn't take it anymore. I had enough. I was about to explode. And I guess I did in a way.
From now on, I'll be like how I was before we got married. I'll change. I won't take you for granted. I'll cherish you, Amanda. Please, come back.
I told you. I can't trust you anymore. Even if I did forgive you, I wouldn't want the same thing to happen again. And even if it didn't happen again, I won't be able to forget what happened.
I'm sorry, Amanda.
If you're truly feeling apologetic, then apologize to me once you've learned how to do all the housework yourself. Don't think that I can just forgive you when you haven't even done anything or even tried to do it yourself.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll start doing housework. And then, you can see how much I've really changed. Until then, please don't divorce me.
No, the divorce is certain. There's no doubt in my mind about it. I want to be free. Free from you, Jacob.
Why, Amanda? Why? I'm saying that I'll do my best. And you won't give me not even one chance?
You had many opportunities to change this whole time. And I also realized that there's nothing I can gain from being with you.
I worked and you were able to be a housewife.
If I'm going to be ridiculed and put through misery every single day, then I'd much rather work. I only became a housewife because you wanted me to. It wasn't with my own will. So now I'll go about my life by working as I did before.
Are you really sure? Did you really think about this, Amanda? You don't think you'll regret splitting with a great man like me? You'll never be able to replace me. I swear you'll regret this for your whole life.
See? You're not apologetic at all. Just as I thought. There's a ton of men out there much greater than you. You say you're a great man, but you're just an abusive husband. If anyone's going to regret what they've done, it's you. We ended up having to do an arbitrated divorce because my husband wouldn't agree no matter what I said. But I had a diary I had written into whenever my husband would say terrible things to me. It had all the dates too to add on to the needed details. And with that, the divorce became final and I was able to receive alimony from my husband. Ironically, my now ex-husband wasn't able to recover from the divorce though. He started missing work more often, and I heard that he is getting close to becoming fired due to his common absence. How I know all this is because he sent me an abnormal amount of messages from different numbers every day at different times. Without you, I'm about to lose my job. Every day is so hard to get through without you. Messages like that. It was really annoying, but I couldn't block him just in case before the property distribution was settled. So until I was able to finally block him, my friends and family read the messages with me and we had a great time laughing together about it. It seems that he is the regretful one in the end, despite how many times he told me I would regret this decision. I guess my only regret was not leaving him sooner. I moved back in with my family for a while, but once I found a job, I moved out to live on my own. It's been tough learning in a new environment, but it's still rewarding. I finally feel alive now. Every day is so much more fun than being constantly depressed because of my ex-husband. Since I withstood a lot up until now, I'll be living my life to the fullest with no more regrets. And finally, being hurt by someone you used to love was what hurt me the most about this. I'll be working on healing this tattered heart, one step at a time. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please make sure to hit that like button and hit subscribe for more content.